Hi everyone, Coach Christy here. I'm so excited. I just realized, I run these coach intern groups. A lot of coaches do, and but there are coaches when you're getting started and you're an emerald or you just added a few coaches to your team, and maybe you're just not quite sure how to train your coaches, and you don't have that confidence yet that you know what you're talking about to train your coaches. So I wanted to help you all. And this is just one way to do it. There are so many different ways to take a coach intern group and make it your own. But I'm going to teach you how I took the Coach Basics, our industry award-winning coach training program, and made it my own and made it work for me. Use my own voice. And of course, this might not work for you. This might work for you. There might be tips that you can take away to add to what you're already doing to just create more success in your business and help others. So I thought I better just share, because I think if I had heard these tips a long time ago, it would have helped me a lot to be able to help hold people more accountable to their goals. So one of the biggest things that I do with my coach intern groups is I create a private group on Facebook, and in that group I make it where I'm the only one that can post to the group. That's one of my first tips. I'm the only one that can post, so everybody else has to comment on the posts, and I'm able to track it. If I left it where everybody was commenting whenever they wanted, it would take me forever to scroll through and I would miss people's posts. This way, when day one is posted, everybody comments under day one. It's really easy for me to go through one by one and read every coach's check-in. So that's my first tip, is to create the group so only you can post in the group. And what you do is you go into your group, and there's a ... in the right-hand corner, and on that drop down, it says edit settings, edit group settings, and you'll edit the settings, and you scroll down at the bottom and there's a little bubble that you click that says only admins can post to the group. So that's my first tip. The next thing I do is every day coaches have to check in to the daily assignment, right? Day one, whatever day one says, they check in. Not only do they do that assignment for day one or day two or day three, whatever day it is, but they also check in each day on top of their assignment with 4 daily check-ins. Those 4 daily check-ins are 1, 2 people that they helped for the day, 2, what meal or snack they replaced Shakeology with, 3, a quote from their personal development. Personal development is a vital behavior. It's important that they're doing it. So I want to make sure that they are. So I want a quote from their personal development. And number 4, to make sure that their social media posts were done. So they have to post to social media, and for the 4th one, they just put done. So that's the other thing. They check into the daily post, and then they do their daily check-in for the day as well, holding them accountable to those vital behaviors. Now, what I do is so let's say it's Tuesday, day 2. I go back. So I'm on Tuesday, day 2. The daily post is on. I don't read any of the day 2 posts on Tuesday. I actually read day 1, because our coaches all have different schedules. So there might be a coach checking in and doing the assignment at 7 a.m. There might be another coach doing the assignment at 11 p.m. Well, I don't want to be online at 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. That's just not going to work. My goal with my business is to help people, but to also create time freedom and, for me, and flexibility for me. So I have a day on Tuesday. I will go to Monday's post, and I will go through and comment back to every coach. So we have Tom. Tom checked in for the day. I'm going to read through his assignment, see what parts were right on, encourage him, congratulate him, whatever it may be, and then give him advice, or if they seem off track, ask more questions so that I can help with those struggles and celebrate those successes. So every coach that checks in gets a comment back from me with suggestions, advice, support, question, whatever it may need to be for that day. And then those that don't check in, so if there are coaches that didn't check in, I tag them and say, this is just your little reminder. And the next day, they have another 24 hours. So essentially, when I have a day one post, they have 24 hours to check in before I check it the next morning. It's usually more than 24 hours because the posts are Hootsuited at 4 a.m. Another tip, my posts are all Hootsuited at 4 a.m. I don't wake up till 4:15 a.m. So those posts are already out. People can start, they can do their training whenever, and then I don't check that training until the next day. Now, if they didn't check in, they have another 24 hours to catch up. And if they don't, they're then out of the group. Now, it seems harsh. People are like, Christy, that's really harsh. But I set the expectation from the beginning. So before the group starts, I post a prerequisite post. So all the prereqs, everything they need to complete before getting started. And then I post the requirements. And the requirements are very simple. They need to check in daily. And if they don't check in within those 24 hours, I will remind them. And if they don't complete the assignment, I will remind them. And they have another 24 hours to catch up. And if they don't, they're out of the group. Another requirement for them to be in the group is that, or another commitment to be in the group, is that you have to listen to the National Wake Up Call every week. So I ask about that. I'll say, how was the National Wake Up Call? What were your takeaways? Another requirement is that they listen to the team training call each week. Another requirement is every Thursday, they post their business activity tracker to the group. So I will put a post up on Thursday on top of the daily assignment that says, turn your business activity trackers in here, comment below. And that allows me to go through one by one. If I have 10 people in the group, I can see if all 10 of them turned in their business activity tracker. So it's easy to see who did and who didn't. But also I open up those trackers, I look at each one and give them feedback. Are they reaching their goals? If they want to be diamond in 30 days and they have a goal to invite one person a day to the coach opportunity, well, they're not going to reach diamond in 30 days. So I need to have a conversation with them. Are you going to change your goal? Push it out a few months, or are you going to increase your invites? And I'm okay with either one. It doesn't matter which you do, but we have to come to a balance here. Your activities have to match up with your goals. They have to be in alignment. And if they aren't, we need to change something. We need to either up the invites, change the activity level, or change the goal to be a different deadline. And that's okay. And some coaches through the intern group will realize that they can push harder than what they think. Some will have a goal that they're not the activity level, they just are scared to get in. So we're going to push them a little bit. I'll also say, well, you have a goal of Emerald in 30 days and you aren't quite inviting enough to the opportunity, or you're not meeting your weekly goals, the goals in the left-hand column. How can we push invites this coming week? So that's another thing I do. The other big tip is that I have a Zoom once a week, a video Zoom, where they all can come and ask questions. We go through their successes, their struggles. We go through the vital behaviors. How are you inviting? How are you expanding your network? And allow everyone to learn from one another. And also, when they're going through their struggles, we get to celebrate their successes, and we're going through the struggles, everyone can learn together how to push through those struggles and how to come up with solutions through those struggles. So those are my big tips when it comes to running an intern group. And a lot of my coaches would say to me when I first started this, Christy, that I just don't know how you, I can't do that because I can't be that demanding. And it's really not being demanding. These coaches have goals that they want to achieve. They want to achieve these goals, but you have to let them know what it takes to achieve these goals. So you have to set those expectations. So it seems really basic to me because the system I've been doing, it works. A lot of the groups, most of them will have 80% of the coaches in them earning Success Club and advancing to Emerald. And so I know that they work, and I can see the growth happen from the first week to the very last week. The other thing that I do is I keep it 60 days. You'll see a lot of coaches that take it down to 21 days or to 30 days or 15 days, and that's great if that works for them. What I found is for my team, they're not getting the vital behaviors in 15 days. They still feel like they're a deer in headlights in 21 days. In 30 days, they have the habits down, but if something comes their way, life happens, it derails their progress. Where in 60 days, they're creating really solid habits so that when life happens, it's not derailing their progress. Another thing is people say, well, I can only get a group to check in for like the first week or 10 days or 15 days or 21 days, and then they stop. Well, are you holding them accountable to that? You know, I hold them accountable. I'm checking in, just like I asked them to check in, I'm checking in to make sure that I'm helping them with their struggles and I'm celebrating their successes and answering their questions and being there to support them and mentor them through their coach business. So those are my tips. Currently, my team is a rockin'. They are number 30 in the company. I am so incredibly proud of them. So I do have to say, I love our systems. They're working. Our team is exploding, and I am just wanting to make sure that we all know how to train our new coaches and have confidence in that, because we have an awesome team, and as we are growing so quickly, I want to make sure that everyone is getting the training that they need to be successful and that no coach is getting left behind. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and hopefully there's some tips from this video that you can take and implement in your intern groups that might help you as well. Have a great night.